Alright guys, legit vlogs back. I just got out of the shower. It is 12:08 and I'm fitting to head to school, go to one class, and we'll see what's in store for the day. Alright guys, I just got to school. I'll run in, go sit in this class for an hour and 15 minutes. When I get out, I'll probably run to the house, find me some food, and we'll see what goes from there. Alright guys, just got home from school. On the way home, I kinda hit a little puddle on the road. I don't know if you can see this. We were all inside my truck. But anyways, I'm finna go in and get some food. I don't really know what's happening today, but we'll see. Alright guys, so this channel is gonna be kind of an all-around channel, but it's gonna have a lot of fishing videos, a lot of outdoor stuff. So I'm gonna go over my poles. I'm fitting to run outside, show you my poles. Then I'll come back inside, go over my baits, things like that, and yeah, just give you a little bit of idea of what I use when I fish. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go over a little bit of like my baits and my poles and things like that. Behind me is actually my pole setup, where I keep everything. There's a couple back there, right there. I had a couple bait casters, open faces. I'm a big fan of bait casters and open faces. I don't really like push buttons. My open faces are probably my favorite, just because they're so easy to control. Got a fly fishing rod. I don't ever really use it. But yeah, so let me go in the house and I'll show you my bait setup. Alright guys, so back inside, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through my baits one box at a time and kind of tell you how I use them, when I use them. Yeah. Kind of set everything out. Alright, so we'll start with, what box do we want to start with? Doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright, we'll start with the beetle spin box. There's not really a lot of times I use beetle spins, because I've never really had much luck on them, but they work a lot. I guess they work a lot on like windy days. People say, let's see, the white and red, the white body with the red, you can see that. The white body with the red dot on it is killer. I don't really know. Like I said, I've never really had a lot of luck with them. I've got one that I kind of made myself. It's got the beetle spin metal on it, but it's attached to a pink jig head and a curly tailed something. So that's about it for beetle spins. Like I said, I really don't use them, but I have them just in case. And then I got this in here because I didn't have any room for it anywhere else. It's a diver. I don't really use divers a lot either. Never really had much luck with those. They just catch a lot of grass and stuff. That box, I'll never use that box. Alright, so this box, this is pretty much my top order for the most part. I got another diver in here. Like I said, I really don't use these a lot, but I really like this one, so I bought it one day. And it just so happened to sink out of nowhere. Just randomly sinks, doesn't float at all. So that's that. And then this. I love this. Not really sure what it's called. I can't quite remember. But it's a top water bait. It kind of swims through. You just kind of pop it. And I just keep working it constantly, and it seems to work real good. And then I got this. It's got little propellers on the front. It's pretty much the same thing except for this swims straight, and it's got, like I said, propellers. What it does is it kind of looks like a popper coming through the water. When you pull it, you kind of pop it, and when you do it, these spin and just kind of, it makes vibrations and things like that. Then I got a Rattle Trap or a lipless crankbait. These work, I don't know. I've never really had much luck on these either. I'm more of a top water and soft plastics fan than anything else. But I mean, people seem to have a lot of luck with them. Just depends on what color, what type of, or what day you use it on, how the weather's like and everything like that, what color the water is. Then I got a frog. I really like frogs. They're weedless, almost 100% weedless. They look, well, this one looks a lot like a frog. Some are black, some are white, some really don't look like frogs. They just have the silhouette of a frog. Use those around lily pads, things like that. I use it around grass sometimes, it works. Moss, things like that. And what I do, I pop it like 3 or 4 or 5 times, then I'll stop, give it about 5-6 seconds, and then I'll take it again. I just switch it up. I don't ever do the same number every time. Sometimes I'll do like 6 pops, and I'll do like 3 pops, and then maybe 4, and then back to 6, and then, you know, just switch it up every time so it looks real. This is an all-around box. Here's another lipless crankbait that I have. Kind of looks like a fish, like a little bluegill or something. The only time I've caught fish on those is just straight cranking it through the water, not even working it or anything like that. Here's another crankbait. I've actually never caught anything on this crankbait. I have no idea why it's in the box, but it's there. These are really, really, really shallow water crankbaits. I've never used these much. Never had any hits on them. But again, like I said, it's all about how you use it and what type of day and water you use it in, whether you catch anything. And then I got jigs. I like jigs a lot. They got a little trailer on them, little white trailers. The little trailers come with some spinner baits I bought one time. But jigs, you can use them like pretty much any time. They work real good when the water's dark. I got a black and blue one, and then I got like a green, I guess it's like a pumpkin, I don't know. They seem to work really good. Like, really, I've had luck with them anytime. Sunny days, cloudy days, rainy days, windy days, it don't really matter. That's why I like those. They're real, you can depend on them. Here's another crankbait I got 2 more. Like I said, I mean, people say these colors, the silver and the black, they work really good, but I don't know. Like I said, I've never really had any luck on crankbaits. I just got them. I got 2 more lipless crankbaits. Here's the silver and the black again, the orange eyes, and then here's like a kind of like a brim colored, bluegill colored, something like that. Then the last 2 hard baits are poppers. I've never had any luck on this popper. I don't know if it's because it's got an orange bottom or what, but it's black and gray, black and white. Don't really know why I've never had any luck on it. Now this popper, on the other hand, I've had a lot of luck on it. It's black and it's chrome, black and chrome, I guess, and white on the bottom, yellow eyes. It's got the little rooster tail on the back. I've had a lot of luck with it. Those, you just kind of take them and I work those kind of like the frogs. You just pop it 3 or 4 times. You just switch it up every time. Just give it a few seconds in between each pop. Give them time to hit it if they want it. Let them think about it. And then my next baits are going to be the soft plastics. I really, really, really like soft plastics. That's what I always start out with. I never start out with anything else. I kind of show you what I got, what colors I got, things like that. what hooks I use, and then I'll tell you how I use them. Let's see here. Alright, so I got a pack that I threw together. Well, I actually got a couple packs that I threw together, I think. Yeah, there. So these packs are just like different colored worms. These are my really bright colored worms. These ain't really worms. These are like little tiny fish. I got a lizard in there. I got a creature bait in there. And then I got this is pretty much used baits, I guess, that I never really tore up. I just used them like once and threw them back in the bag, and I just kind of threw them in there. Here's just all dark colored worms. These that haven't necessarily been used, they're just dark colored worms that I threw together in a pack. Dark colored worms are good for dark water on cloudy day, or really dark water anytime, because the dark color puts out a better silhouette and they can see it better. The light colored worms, I mean, they're good for clear water sometimes. I've never really used a lot of bright colors. I mean, you see, like, that's the only bag of bright colored worms I have. Well, I got some pink ones, which actually there's not. But I got these two bags, the only two bags I got of bright colored worms. I got some clears, I got some watermelons, and some more clear. I've actually had a lot of luck on clear worms. Don't know, I mean, it's mostly in clear water that I've had good luck on clear worms. And then I've got flukes. I really love flukes. I got huckleberry, and I got watermelon red. The huckleberry came with 10 in the pack, and the watermelon red only came with 5. But I really like flukes. They have a whole lot more luck than, or they work a whole lot better than worms usually do for me. And then I got a 32 pack of stick worms. They're green pumpkins from Gander Mountain. I've actually had a lot of luck on these. They're really great. It says they're packed with 50% more salt. I really like those. They have worked really good. I actually got one on one of my poles outside. Then I got some little swim baits, ripple shad. Never really had luck. I've actually never caught a fish on these. Never really used them a lot either, to be 100% honest. I've only used, let's see, there's 7 count and there's 4 left, so I've only used 3 of them, and I think one of my buddies actually has one of them, so I've only used 2. So like the things I use on worms, gotta use a bullet weight, which, if you can see, it's a little tiny little weight. It's fatter on the bottom than it is on the top. This should be touching your bait. This end should be touching your bait because it's thinner right here to make it go through weeds better, things like that. Use those if you want your bait to drop quicker. Focus this back in. And these, the curl tail grub, that's what I was thinking of. That's what was on the beetle spin a while ago that I was showing y'all. I don't know that I've ever had any luck on those, which they were on little push button reels, so that tells you I haven't used them in a while. And then I got a brand new pack of hooks, but I'm gonna show you like I'm gonna show you a design of hook that I really like. It kind of a hush. Alright. But this is a hook I like. You see it's like, focus this. See it's curved? It is not bent. It's actually made so when the fish bites down like this, I don't really know how to show you. When the fish bites down like this, either way, when the fish bites down, it turns the hook. So the actual point isn't straight out, so it doesn't like pull it straight out of their mouth. Because when they bite it, this will turn up and it'll actually, when it pulls out, it'll hook instead of just pulling straight out. So I really like those. They seem to help a lot. They're just, they put holes in the packs because of the way they're designed. So yeah, I really like those hooks. I actually got a bunch of those. And then just these straight worm hooks. I like those. I use those a lot. I actually probably use those more than I use these, but I like the other ones better. I got a brand new pack. This is just regular worm hooks. Mustad. I think it's 5 for like $4.49 or something like that. And then last thing I got to show y'all is spinner baits. I don't really use these a lot, but they're good. Oh crap, I'm hung up. See if I can't get them hung here. There we go. Alright, so spinner baits. They're good for, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you how to use worms. Alright, most time on soft plastics like these flukes and worms and things like that, you just take them. What I do, sometimes I put, on my flukes, I never put weights on my flukes. Like on the nose of my, like the bullet weights I was showing you, I don't ever put those on my flukes because they're actually kind of heavy enough and they need to stay like suspended in the water instead of diving down. But the worms, I'll put a weight on it and I'll let it sink all the way to the bottom. I'll let it sit for a few seconds and I'll pop it a couple times, reel up my slack, wash my line, because if your line starts schooling out, you know you got a fish, or probably have a fish, maybe a turtle or something. And then you set the hook, things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all you do with a worm. You just pop it a couple times, let it go down, sink, let your line stop moving, pop it a couple more times, do the same thing over and over. On the flukes, I like to take those and I'll kind of never stop reeling. I'll just reel real slow and pop it every now and then. Just kind of jerk it a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it on soft plastics. Spinner baits. I got a chartreuse one and a white and blue one. They're good on windy days because the way the water is rippled, they can't see like all this metal and things like that. Good on windy, sunny days because, like I said, they can't see it, and on sunny days the sun will actually reflect off these spinners and look like a group or a bait fish or a group of bait fish, because their scales, whatever, are actually reflective, and when the sun hits them, it puts off a glare. I've heard chartreuse is really good. I've had more luck on the white one, personally, with the white nose on, the red nose on it. And I don't have a trailer hook on this, but on spinnerbaits you really want to use trailer hooks because of which is actually a second hook at the bottom. Wow, I'm way out of the camera, but I'll let y'all see this. It's actually a second hook out of the bottom because they're going to try to grab at the bottom instead of grabbing the whole thing. And when they grab the bottom, that hook will be right there in the bottom. But so yeah, what you do with these, some people just straight reel them. It depends on your preference, I guess. I like to reel them and kind of pop them every now and then, kind of like the fluke. You just reel it slow and pop it. On sunny days, you want to reel it really fast though. Well, not really fast, but a good speed, because the sun, it'll spin more of the sun and hit it more, and it'll look more like a bait fish. But yeah, guys, that's about it for that. That's pretty much all I use when I'm fishing, bass fishing. Yeah, this is all for bass, by the way. Beetle spins you can catch brim and crappie and things like that on. And some of these other worms you can catch crappie and stuff on, stuff like that, and crankbaits and things like that. But I fish for bass mostly. And well, I do a lot of catfishing too, but that'll be in a different video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I always carry a pair of pliers. Bass like to swallow hooks, and when they do, it's a whole lot easier to get them out with pliers than just your hands. You don't want to leave them dying or stuff like that. And always catch and release, because someone else wants to have the fun that you do. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, it's all about your preference on how you use things. I use what I use and how I use it, and I seem to have good luck, so I guess that's good. But yeah, that's about it for now. I'm gonna clean up. So oh yeah, and another thing, on cold days, if you ever, like anything you fish on cold days, you want to fish it slow because the fish are going to be less active. And so you want to fish it slow so they can have time to get to it, because they're not going to be wanting to move fast in cold water, obviously. But yeah, just going to add that in there. And I don't know what else I'm doing today, but this may be it. I don't know yet, so we'll see. Alright guys, so I don't think there's going to be much else to record today. If there is, I'll put it in another video. That's going to be the end of this video. Check out my other video. I'll put it like right here somewhere. And then don't forget to subscribe. I'll put a thing right here. And yeah, comment, like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. And yeah, peace.